So here we have my new to me MacBook Air. And what this is, as you know, Apple computers have a glowing logo, which is here. Now it's not glowing at the moment, but to make it glow, you have to actually turn the thing on. And now we will see what happens. You have to press this button here. When you press it, from what I know about other laptops, there are some tubes, fluorescent tubes inside all laptops behind the screen, which cause the screen to light up. If one or both of the tubes, however many of them are, blow out, then your screen doesn't light up. So it's only logical. So the tubes are somewhere inside here, and then by pressing the on button, the power button, which I'm about to do, as these tubes light up, this is transparent, or translucent anyway. And so by pressing this button, power button here on the keyboard, you get the effect of the glowing logo like this. You can see, and as you heard the sound, and as that starts, then the logo is illuminated by the fluorescent tubes inside here. And this is the start up now with the Big Sur is the latest version of Mac OS, and it uses this colour scheme. Although on early Macs, not sure when it was, it used a different colour scheme, which is more grey, and grey background probably, and that's it. And it will be starting up now. Any moment it's going to be starting up. I hope so anyway. Or what? What is going on now? Well, power button again. Oh, the battery. So the battery is really run down. That's what's the matter with it. And I had no way of knowing that. I just didn't know. So I will just quickly plug this in, plug it into the mains. So to recharge, or will it actually enable it to come on? I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Got that plugged in there now, and hopefully it will run off battery power. And let's see this again. Yes, that seems to be okay. And you see from there it is charging. See the battery indicator is just there. Is that it? Just trying to line it up. It's there. And it's got this small lightning bolt indicating that it's charging. And I will just input the password, which of course I don't want you to see. And then I'll press enter. I will press enter, and then it should go into there, and it will start up again. What I was doing after the last video, I had to set up some stuff. What I did was I needed to set up an Apple ID. I already had an Apple ID, which I had used for doing Hackintoshing And but as this is not a Hackintosh that I'm using now, I wanted a new ID, so I just set it up, and it involves an email address. I didn't want any connection between my Hackintoshing activities and the current Mac I'm using. Now gone. Now I got a genuine Mac, so I decided to have a new email address. Then I used the email address and a new password to create an Apple ID. That's that. And I downloaded a book, the Swift programming language, from Apple Books or Apple iBooks. Here it is. And this tells you all about the Swift programming language by Apple, which is designed for programming on Apple Macs and other devices. Now just see what this is like. And it is like C, and where you've got this thing here, this code here, actually looks like Python, although I forget now exactly how you do remarks in Python, which you see on the second line there. And but unlike Python, I find that there are more complicated things like var statements to find variables. Even the old basic command let is used. And so let's see what else they've got here. They do actually use curly brackets called braces in here. And I got a thing here saying an update to Big Sur 11.3 beta is available as from now. Oh, it will be installed later tonight. Don't I have to agree to that? No. So I'm on 11.2 here. Big Sur 11.2. And said it will be installed later tonight as a software update. Okay, so I will. Seems like there's nothing I can do about that. I'm fairly new to the Mac, apart from old Mac. That's the PowerPC Mac. Just find out a bit about the Mac. This is then well into the period where they were using Intel. I didn't know exactly what the difference was. I couldn't do anything with them. And apart from that, I just used Hackintoshes on Intel laptops briefly. I found that the system soon broke down due to graphic chip incompatibility or not setting it up properly. And last time, I'm not sure what it was that failed. And with the Swift language, let's see, yeah, you've got somewhere here curly brackets, also called braces, like in C. So this makes it more complicated. There are no curly brackets in Python. Now, is that one of them? No, it's not. But take it from me, they are in here somewhere. They are. Now, here's an example of that. So you have to use these curly brackets. They are compulsory. But I read somewhere that the rounded brackets, also called parentheses, in here are not compulsory. So that's a bit more complicated. So that's and over here I've got a test app 1, which I did last night, and this is an attempt to write an app, a very simple app, from an example using the Xcode IDE, which I also installed. And if you just have a look at this, it was a very big download. Xcode, 11 gigabytes or something. No, oh yes. I don't think it's straightforward at all. I had to fill in the form and I had to look up what to put on it. My name, organisation. I just put my name, my email address and name, and then accepted it. Now, can I actually load what I've got just by clicking on it here? Let's see. Oh. I told this it was a Swift app, because this is compatible with lots of different languages, not just Swift. And it's automatically generated all of this code you see here to identify which it needs as Swift. And all I wanted to do was a one-line program, print hello world, and I copied it from the book I just showed you, and it says it has been copied from there. As for what I do now, I am not sure. But I could ask Siri up here. How do I compile a Swift program in Xcode?
Here's what I found.
Okay. On the terminal, I will get rid of that for the moment and just try in Xcode. How can I compile a Swift program using Xcode?
I found this on the web.
Okay, but these are not Apple, not on the apple.com website. Now let's see if this will shed any light on it. Clicking on the first one, it's found. So it looks hopeful. They're just getting it to print something once. Hello world, writing your first Swift program. So, what you need to do, after, again, you've obviously got the Mac computer and Xcode, IDE, then, what would you do? You've got this written and saved, then create a new Xcode project from the Welcome to Xcode window. File new project, and then it says choose command line tool, template. Oh, I chose app. Okay. And I think I selected this one here, Cocoa app. Cocoa is the user interface that you see on the Mac, the API, Application Program Interface, also called GUI, Graphic User Interface, by some people. And so this shows you how to do it by selecting the command line tool. I knew it wasn't a game, and so it seems like I will have to go back to the beginning or find a different tutorial where it has selected it as an app straight away. So I'm not sure how long this is going to take me. But it's not too bad working with the Windows on here with the traffic light buttons, although it's not the same as other systems which are copying the Mac, such as on Linux. It's Plasma, KDE Plasma is used a lot as being similar to the Mac, but it's not completely, it doesn't work in the same way. How do I build and compile an app using Xcode? No, doesn't like this. I have to click on it again to get it to listen to my voice. How can I make and compile an app using Xcode?
I found this on the web.
Start developing iOS apps. iOS, I'm not on iOS. I am on Mac OS. Dummies.com. An Xcode tutorial. Oh, and Hello World, build your first app in Swift programming. Okay, so I hope this isn't the one I've just seen. It's not. It looks a bit different. See, the graphic there is different. I wonder how long it's going to take me to get to grips with this. Simon NG, Simon Ung. Okay, thanks, Simon Ung. How do I get this off here so I can read what he's written? Oh dear. Can I close this somehow? Not sure. Oh dear. No, please can you get out of the way, Simon Ung. Oh, it's there, it's there. It's right, bottom right. Wasn't expecting it to be there. Okay, that's fine. So I've installed it as it says, first app. But it seems to be writing it for an iPhone instead of the Mac itself. So yes, kick off your iOS programming journey. Now that's not what I want to do. So I'm just going to have a look around here and just see, find out exactly what it's supposed to do, and then I'll catch you later. So that's all for now. Bye. Here is an unbelievably complicated program I've done with a few commands in Swift Pro Playgrounds about moving around, collecting a gem and toggling a switch. Those are the only commands that you use. Also turning left. This can be a bit difficult. There is no turn right command. This is a little world where the commands are carried out, inhabited by a creature called Byte. Let's run this program again and see. Take it back to the beginning, the situation at the beginning, and see what happens. You click there to run it. There's also a teleport. It's teleport, but you have no command to do that. It's collected the gem. Now, things go slightly wrong, but it still works. I have to turn that final switch in the middle on. Incredible work, I found all the bugs in the code. That's it. But how you could run such a program independently, I'm not sure. You need to use Xcode. or some kind of compiler. Also, it doesn't tell you how to put these graphics on the screen. But it's a start. Anyway, I have now rewritten the program slightly, cutting out a few of those commands, so it works a bit better. I just turn the sound effects off now. Turn the music off now. Sound effects are still on. Now let us see how this works a bit better. I'm just going to start running the program now to reset it back to the home position. The little creature is back at home. He doesn't turn that switch off. Then he goes, as before, and then he goes forward, turn left, and onto the teleport. Where he teleports over to there. Then he moves forwards. No, he turns left actually. Yes, and he collects a gem. Then he turns left again twice and goes back to the teleport. Onto the other teleport, where he goes forward, climbing up the stairs, and then finally toggles the remaining switch, and that is the program perfectly the way it should actually be done. Either way, as I said, the other version was a pass. Here's another one of the Swift playground problems. It's really getting like an obstacle course here. I really, wasn't sure what I'm supposed to do. Pick up a gem and turn on all the switches while planning the shortest route possible. This is what I eventually came up with, which they was accepted. But they said I could have done better. I'll turn on the music and sound effects, but unfortunately this little world that the bite is on is getting smaller and smaller all the time. By the way, I was allowed to change the look of the character, so I have changed it. You have to click on it and select a new one. So here goes, I will now run it. I'm sorry, I'm going to start that again. I'm going to start it again now. There are 3 teleport pads in the game, but I don't know how it would be of any advantage to use them. Yes. An added challenge. Can you find an even shorter solution? No, I can't. Now going on to studying functions. So that's all for now.